Alright, y'all, so what's up, family? What it do? What's up, Jen? What's going on? What it do with you, cousin? Just trying to get set up. Y'all know we do this for about 2 hours, so if I be fumbling around for about 10, 15 minutes, we good. So y'all tell me what's good. I want to talk about the state of the culture. State of the culture, aka the vulture. And what I mean by that, when I say the vulture. Ah, so I don't know if you know this, but um, it seemed like ever since we lost BET, and what you saying? What you saying, TLuv? What you mean we lost BET? Um, BET used to be owned by black folks. A guy named Bob Johnson. I don't know if you know this, but when Bob owned BET, it was certain programs on BET like Teen Summit, just to name one educational show for the teens. Somebody else could give me another one, but I know he implemented uh, he implemented a few things on there that was actually um, I would say it was beneficial to the black race. You know what I'm saying? First of all, because you there we go. We talking about those images again. What you putting on TV, and now um, BET is owned by a company called Viacom, which is basically the government. So the Black Entertainment Television is owned by Viacom. So the program you getting now, the music you getting now, you must understand it's on a lower frequency. And like I'm not knocking the young cats, you know what I'm saying? But what I am saying though is we gotta have balance. And we had that when we had shows like Rap City, The Basement, when you had the OGs that would come in and sit down and talk with you, and you know what I'm saying, give you good input on the game and things like that. Took away those shows like that. But yeah, it's some stuff, man. I want to go into some stuff tonight, man. There's a lot of characters that's out here now that we celebrate as being those dudes, and I ain't trying to call out no names. Some of my guests they might call out some names. I don't know. They might trigger something in me. But right now I'm just talking about in general. You know what I'm saying? There's some characters out there that's not representing the culture in its best light, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what I'm talking about. We dealing with a lot of the demasculization of the black man. If that's a word, y'all know I'll make up a word in a minute, and I ain't wrong for it. Cause guess what? We done made up plenty of words, and that's something we gotta stop doing too. If it makes sense, you better try to digest that shit if you know what it means, and create a new language. Cause that's part of our problem right now. We talking somebody else's language, and we don't know how to decipher. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to decipher what we should be doing because we worried about what somebody else is doing. Check. But yeah, if you just not tuned in, please like the video, share the video. This episode 7 of the TLuv Talks podcast. I appreciate y'all watching. All my singers, my rappers, my poets, my musicians. I ain't forgot about y'all. I still want y'all to chime in, showcase your talent in between the conversation of the podcast or the talks. Uh, I want you to do that. So definitely hit me up. Leave a comment if you want to get in on the live or whatnot. All right. Now I got a mosquito in here left. I done killed like 3 bugs. I had the screen open. The old lady fighting one now. So if y'all see me get up and kill a mosquito, it might go down. I'm playing. We don't play with them Georgia mosquito. All right. So see Amp chiming in. What's up, Amp? But yeah, if y'all this y'all first time chiming in, like the video, share the video. That shows the internet world that people are interested in what you're doing and what you're talking about. And we're gonna get this thing, we're gonna keep this thing popping. Every episode has been informative. Every episode has been fun. Every episode has been TLuv Talks, you know what I'm saying? Special guests included. So shout out to Big Ben, shout out to Black Constantine, shout out to Haseen, special guest last couple of weeks. And we in there, y'all. In there. 046 in there like swimwear. So as y'all can see, I'm rocking the Duval the Jaguar jersey tonight. So best believe we is gonna represent. We is gonna represent. So what's up, man? If y'all ain't seen me in a while and y'all just want to ask me a question, see what's going on. The reason why I created the platform is basically to keep the family engaged, keep everybody knowing what's going on. Y'all can check me every Thursday at between 8 and 8:30 on that CP time. But you know, this is what it is. You know, we're going to a new wave now where everybody on the internet now. So I always want to tap into the podcast world. You know what I'm saying? I always find it interesting. So this is what we're doing now. I still do the music. Y'all still gonna be able to get my music. Right now, I do have a song on YouTube that's on original beat that my cousin produced. So y'all can check that out on YouTube. That song is Salt and Pepper Bad, just like it sound. Pull that up on YouTube. I'm actually got my YouTube live going right here. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start documenting the YouTube live as well so we can get the monetization on that platform going. All right? So, yeah. If y'all with me, like the video, share the video, tag somebody if you know somebody that can sing, rap, poet, musician, or if you want to jump in, you're welcome to jump in and just ask me a question. We're going to go over a few things tonight, though, but I titled the podcast State of the Culture, a.k.a. The Vulture. So we want to talk about some of the good things, and we're going to talk about some of the letdowns that we're experiencing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go into that as well, so. But I do appreciate y'all. For real, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We're going to rock out to about 10, 15, all right? So yeah, so you are watching TLuv Talks podcast. If you just not chiming in, like the video, share the video. This is episode 7. Been getting a lot of great feedback. I basically created the platform to, you know what I mean, so my family and friends could come in and showcase their talent this week 7. And we've been getting some great feedback, some positive energy, informative most of all. My G, Haseen, that's one of my special guests from last week. Haseen chiming in. What's up, my brother? What it do? You already know at the TLuv Talks, man. You know how we do. Clockwork, baby. Cheers. Even though you don't puff no more. I gotta do one of these. I gotta do real cheers for you. Cheers. Saying what it do? You working tonight, bro?
Now my candy is so fresh, so clean. I break the boys off when I pull up on the scene. And my candy with 10 coats sprayed tight. I
realize
and the north side, all blue is sitting up the white on my candy. Show like the average paint. You go to Ike trying to buy it, he gon' tell you can't have my candy. It's like a one of a kind, and you might have a painted slab, but it ain't pretty as mine. Started to punk master flex and seen a grown man cry for my candy. Sitting on nothing but glass, stopping traffic on the freeway when I fly past in my candy. Got no competition on the street. You can win the Dub car show and still can't compete with my candy. Cause it's the sweetest on the block and I'm real working the wheel. That's why they all jocking my candy.
State of the culture, aka the vulture. I'm waiting on some people to chime in. I think the same thing happened that happened last week. I had to unlock the live, so when I went live,
candy. It's sitting tall on the pole. It's like an alarm clock, waking up all the hoes. My candy. It's wetter than hot time, and it's looking like I just had a blizzard inside of my candy. Got more wood in it than a forest. One look or get you hooked like a motherfucking chorus. My candy. Lips and unerasable stain. It's real magic. I like that motherfucker David Blaine. My candy. He got the woman on the front and the PhD. It's showing niggas how to start my candy. It got the flip up on the back and it'll swing through your hood like it don't know how to act. My candy. The eighth wonder of the world, like floating downstream when you're staring at the swirls. My candy. Riding real trill, staying true, and it's a legend in H-Town like DJ.
It's still news. Still news. So if you don't know, Kavanaugh in there. He's in there. The new Supreme Court Justice, he's in there. How credible of a, should I say, a victim, a doctor, said when they were in high school, he aggressively assaulted her sexually. He's your new Supreme Court Justice. Bill Cosby's in jail. I'm just saying. And we looked at all the facts. We looked at the case with Bill, and after review of what, we came up with last week, it was a lot of hurt people by Bill getting locked up. There was a lot of people hurt that those accusations after 30, 20 years came up to take one of the Baba signature figures in our community. So, yeah, this is what we're looking at. These are the times we're in. And this kind of goes right in tune with the topic tonight. I'm just saying. So, we're going to get some guests to chime in with us tonight. More than likely, Black Constantine will be vibing in once he get back to his station. He just left from over here, so get him time to get set up and get in his office, his studio. But in the meantime, what's going on, y'all? What it do? I had my screen open early and every bug and their mama decided to come in while I had the door open early. So I'm gonna invite Hassan. He probably at work. We will see, won't we? We will see, won't we? So yeah, well, my people, let y'all out. I'm gonna have to go on next week and take my settings off of Facebook when it's logged into the desktop, because what it's doing is it's not tagging my people when I go live from the cell phone. So that being said, week 7 still going through trial and error, but that's okay because we get better for the next episode. So yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. Y'all watching the TLuv Talks podcast. I ain't gonna bore y'all to death. We all gonna have some guests come in with us tonight. I'll talk about a few things. We may get a little niggerish tonight. I don't know. But whatever we do, we is gonna talk some real information, and there's always gonna be some knowledge in there. You know what I mean? So all my awoke brothers and sisters out there, and gotta use that term real raw. Gotta use it real slim, cause got a lot of definitions of woke nowadays. I want to talk about that Me Too agenda as well. Me Too. Me Too. Where did that come from? So we're gonna get into some stuff tonight. Definitely, we're gonna definitely get into some stuff tonight. I appreciate y'all chiming in with the TLuv Talks podcast, episode 7, keeping it all the way 1,000. What woke mean to me? Before I do that, did y'all hear about what's the dude? The dude got punched in the face. The dude designer. Did you hear about that? The dude designer got punched. No, he didn't get punched in the face. He punched a fan in the face for coming up to him on the stage saying he sound like Future. That's the prime definition of not woke. Cause guess what, dog? You doing your show, you getting your money. Guess what I would have told that dude? I would have said, you know what? I don't think Future would have appreciated that. But hey, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I'm getting my money. He punched the dude in the face. I don't know. I guess some people ain't really you in this world, but you ain't really built. Cause damn. But yeah, for me, simply woke is just having a knowledge of self. Uh, we get in these predicaments where we start trying to be like somebody else. And the only reason why we're trying to be like somebody else is because that's what we've been taught to do. All of your should I say teachings have come from your oppressor. And I hate to kind of use that word because it kind of seems like I'm using a crutch. But the thing is, like I posted something the other day, I said, forgive, but don't forget. And I feel like by you understanding where you come from, that's going to determine who you become to be and where you go moving forward. But just to tap into just knowledge yourself is just as simple as knowing the type of foods that you put in your body, knowing the type of meditations that you do that lift you up. Woke is being aware of, even though it's popular to say everything around you says this is what's happening, woke is saying, hold up. If everybody's on board with that, maybe I should look at that. Maybe something might be awkward with that. Woke is basically just looking into something that you wouldn't normally look into and understand that there's more there. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly, a lot of people consider it being conspiracy theories, but we know, what we've been through. You know what I mean? And a lot of us know where we came from. And that's another aspect of being woke, understanding that your history starts before slavery. And that's a big thing in this country. They feed us this 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 so-called civil rights movement, this so-called segregation movement, when they show us the pictures of us picking cotton, and they show the dogs, you know what I'm saying, getting on us, and they show the water hoses hitting us. You know what I mean? These images, they play back in our head, and ultimately at the end of the day, you know what I mean, you have something that's what's called post-traumatic slavery disorder just by, you know, seeing these images. So being woke is being able to know that before you were a slave, you came from kings and queens. You came from a bloodline of people who have been here since the beginning of time. You know, the people that actually created the sciences and the maths and the arts and the music and the instruments, and the people that actually um, understood nature and had a connection with nature, and the people that were agricultural type people, people who were a garden type people, a people who were a life type people. Check. So that's what woke is to me. But yeah, if y'all just now watching, you watching the TLuv Talks podcast. This is episode 7. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been a blessing to the kid. You know what I mean? To the God. You been a blessing. So keep tuning in. We're gonna keep doing this every Thursday. Um, I've been wanting to get on at 8. Got on a little bit later tonight, but hey, we here anyway. So we're gonna get somebody on the live feed. Let me see who on tonight. Make sure everybody gets tuned in. Let's see what's going on. And I want to also give my condolences. There was a sister that I went to school with. I didn't know her very well, but I just want to send condolences to her family. I'm scrolling down Facebook. I'm almost sure her last name was Bones, Teresa, but let me just double check so I will give y'all the right name. It's been coming across my feed all day, and you know, that's important, man. Like, that's another reason why this is important, what I'm doing right now as far as the podcast, y'all, because you never know, man. You never know when it's gonna be your last breath. So I mean, this is actually a way to document the sentiment, document the person, document the individual, document, you know, you see a lot through a video. So this is gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I wanted to create the platform so that the musicians, the singers, the rappers, the poets, they could come in here and, you know what I'm saying, do their thing. You know what I'm saying, showcase their talent, because the platform is gonna be there. You know, people gonna be able to go back and document, you know, see what's documented. You know what I mean? Every week we get more views. So I appreciate y'all. If y'all just now watching the video, please like the video, share the video, tag somebody if you know somebody talented that can actually get down, because we'll have them come in and do a little intermission. You know what I'm saying? But comment on the video as well, because when you comment on the video, you know, everybody, you know, they're going to keep seeing the video come through the feed. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all for chiming in and watching tonight. But yeah, we going in tonight. Going in tonight. We gonna win tonight. It ain't gonna end tonight. Yeah, it gonna end, but about 10. About 10 tonight. Hey, y'all remember this song? Duval Finest. T Reezy, T Ron. Duval. Duval, T-Roll. Yeah. We ain't finna play that, boy. You know T-Roll get nasty on that thing. Let me see what my dog doing. Salute to everybody that's chiming in, just not chiming in to the video. This is the TLuv Talks Podcast, episode 7. Go ahead and share the video, like the video, comment on the video. If you know somebody that can sing, rap, freestyle, poet, musician, all of that good stuff, you have them tag them to the video or share the video with them so they can come in. But as we doing the TLuv Talks, we always appreciate the talent to come in. You know what I'm saying? But let me see what my other homeboy doing. Please like the video, share the video, y'all. We're gonna have another guest come in with us tonight. We'll go ahead and invite Black Constantine into the live feed. But yeah, y'all, man, it's been real informative though. You know what I'm saying? The last few episodes, if y'all haven't seen them, I advise you to go and check out episode 6 and episode 5. I had the homies on that episode. We talked about Bill Cosby. We talked about the Kavanaugh situation with the new Supreme Court justice just not going into office. So, you know, we're going to keep it gutter. You know, we're going to always keep it informative, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I don't know how y'all feel about that situation, but I feel like that was a slap in the face. I mean, for this man to have somebody so credible, a doctor, I'm talking about Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court justice, have somebody so credible, a doctor, come out and say he sexually assaulted her, and now this man is the next Supreme Court justice. But there's so much politics behind all of that foolishness, man. That's why I don't even like to get into the politics of it. Because when you look at it at the end of the day, these people have agendas. And if you know what Kavanaugh's agenda is big business. And if you know anything about his buddy, Trump Easy, you already know what time it is. They all about big business. They all about helping they fellow rich men, if you will. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to have to deal with that, man. That's a conversation that we have to have, man, because it's a real conversation, and it's probably not going to change. Some people think you can change it on the local level. Me personally, I'm not going to lie. I have not went to nobody voting booth in a while. It has been depressing. I didn't even vote for Obama, to be honest with you. I ain't going to lie to you. I just didn't get to the poll because now look, 8 years later, what we talking about? Obama gone. What did Obama do? Obama got a lot of the gay agenda into office, and that was a big part of his agenda. Welcome, my brother, Black Constantine.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Man, just venting a little bit, man. It's been a good show so far, bro. Topic of the show is State of the Culture, aka the Vulture. You know, just to get off on a funny start, I briefly talked about your boy Designer, trying to punch a fan in the face for saying he sound like Future at a show. I don't know if you heard about this, dog.
But they heard about that.
just to get a good laugh. You know, I thought I would just see how you felt about that. Did you think he was in every right to punch that fan, or do you think he need to go and sit down somewhere?
They need to go sit down.
That's what I was thinking.
He need to go sit down. Everybody know he sound like Future too.
And I think what had happened was he got a quick little shout through Nicki Minaj with her little diss track. And I actually think that gave him a little momentum. I think he was able to book like 2 or 3 shows just by Nicki saying his name in the diss track. I'm not lying. Because he had disappeared.
Yeah.
He disappeared. Where did he come from? Why is he punching people in the face?
Yeah, I think he might be disgruntled because he's not having too much success nowadays.
Right. And Nikki gave
might
him.
be a little disgruntled. You know, a lot of people get disgruntled when they come in pretty much a one-hit wonder, man, trying to make it work.
Right.
But he been trying to do that since that one hit after that song. Sound too much like Future, man. So it is what it is.
Right, right. You heard about this? I know you've been hearing about this Me Too movement, right? You know what that
Me
is?
Too?
Yeah, Me Too movement.
Yeah, I heard something little about it, not too much. I know it's definitely a movement out there with that. I ain't really, seen nothing too big on it.
Yeah, I think it's what's happening is, man. I think our agenda is getting lost with some of these other agendas. For example, this Me Too movement. But I think I'm about to start a movement as well, and we're gonna call it the Me 3 movement. Yeah, we're gonna have the Me 3 movement, cause man, it's getting ridiculous out here, man. It's getting ridiculous
Man,
out
I say,
here.
man, like I was gonna, man, I don't mean to digress, man. I had one of the mustiest black women in the car earlier, man. God, dang. Not even think, but that wasn't,
Damn, that must have
African
been.
American. That was like another, like African. But it was like, man, it was so bad, man. I'm like, and the baby started crying at the same time. So they had the bus hitting with the baby crying. It was like a double whammy, boy.
Damn. Yeah, damn, man. That must have been pretty horrible, man.
And she had a nerve to request a pool, right? And she had it was her daughter, and she had 2 cribs with her. Not one, 2 cribs. She had like the stroller crib, and she had the crib, and she had a daughter, and it was like they was all back there. It was like, man, I was like ghetto blaster mustard, man. Then the baby started crying, man. I'm like, man, by the time I came up with 316, I just, you know what I'm saying? I got the Constitution so quick, bro.
Oh, yeah, mother F and G.
By Langley over there in that area.
Yeah.
That's the fastest I have got to a spot in my life, man. Like, as far as that kind of that distance and that span, man, that baby started crying, man.
Man.
I know I was going to get one of those, and the week be going so good, man. You're going to get one of those. You never get used to bus, man. You never get used to that. And especially with ghetto blasters, man. Like, that's crazy.
Now what part of the equation, and I appreciate that story, because sometimes you do have to call out when people be musky. And I appreciate a good story about hygiene. And we was just talking about knowledge of self. And that's an important part of knowledge of self, is knowing how your body smell. So I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate that story, bro. I'm glad you could use the platform to vent about musky clients, because, musky clients matter too, at the end of the day.
Like, that's why that Me 3 movement don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Me 3. See, that's the black man movement, the Me 3 movement. That's the black man movement. Everybody got a movement, but apparently we forgot about the black man. So he needs a movement right now, and we're about to call this thing the Me 3 movement. Hashtag Me 3.
Right?
Yeah. So
put that up there. Blow it up.
yeah, hashtag Me 3. Huh?
Yeah, if they're blowing up.
I don't know what Me 1 is. The queen asked what Me 1 is. I just know what Me 2 is. She said we need to be Me 1 then. You got a point, baby. You got a point.
Hey, okay. It's not a Me 1 movement.
Right. It's not a Me 1 movement. And if it was, it would be the black man getting pulled over, harassed, frisked and searched, our education system, us being not not deemed, us making less than the average white man with a high school diploma, with us having a 4-year degree, us being the main one that's incarcerated for petty crimes like drugs, us being the main ones doing 3 to life, uh, 3 strikes, getting caught up in the 3 strikes. This Louisiana is crazy. How they railroading our people out there. Like, I mean, we need a me one and a me three. They got the me two. I don't know if you want to call that the women's movement or the feminist movement. A lot of people call it the feminist movement, the Me Too. And I think something else we need to discuss is the black woman joining that movement, which, um, it kind of, it got us out here like, they kind of bunching it all into one. They got the black woman jumping in with the liberal white woman, and then, the gay woman's rights, they jump in there with the Me Too. You know what I'm saying? Which everybody should have equal rights, man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think they got us distracted because I think the black man and the black woman, we need to be trying to focus on having a me one, me three. And it really ain't. And when I say that, me one, me three, when I'm talking about the black man, I'm joking. But that need to be us. That need to be the family structure. The black family need to be the me one and the me three movement. We said hashtag me three, me one. That needs to be the new agenda, man. Us coming together and being able to stand up next to any other race of people. And I'm saying that as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Even if not in a unit, as a unit. Bottom line, because we're not doing that as a unit right now. So I think I touched on that last week, man, where we the only race of people to where our woman is out earning us in America. I think I touched on that.
Like I say, man, I ain't really like. Some people be having a problem with the women making more. They doing that in a sense is a good and a bad thing because the women are looking. The women are basically that have, they looking at that, but they changing the roles in the unit, because of that. Because of the woman making more, it's like a lot of African American women, turning the role of a man because they making more based on the dollar. See what I'm saying?
Right. That can't be good.
More or less, his role is different now because of that. Certain movements is like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And all I'm saying.
I wouldn't mind my woman making more than me, long as you know that. You know what I'm saying? The roles ain't reversed because she's making more than me.
But yeah, 9 times out of 10, dealing with a black woman in this society, if she making more money than you, it's gonna be some role reversal to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my opinion on it. I just feel like we ain't graduated to that point of society. You know what I'm saying? Because we are so far behind. And that's all I'm saying. If we look at that objective though, not saying that there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it. Especially if she helping the black man get off of his, feet and, and he making something out of himself. But what I'm saying is the battlefield ain't lined up. Because if it was lined up, then it would be the Chinese man, his wife would be making more money than him. The European man, his wife, the Australian man, the white man, whoever, the Mexican man, his wife would be. None of these race of people, statistically, their wife are making more money than them. So I'm just saying. Haseen said it depends. Is that Haseen said it depends on the woman? And I agree. I agree with that too. But statistically, how many women out there are bringing in the bacon, even if their husband has, let's say, I'm gonna say, a good job, but she makes substantially more than him. Is that balance? Is there gonna be some unbalance in that household? I think there will be a tad bit. if those people are not secure in themselves and have a knowledge of self. And that goes back to that as well, because I know white couples do it all the time. Like I done picked up white boys who like they at home dads, like that part. And their wife be traveling all across the country, all over the world, and they take care of the kids. So I mean, I guess you would have to have that established, and that's something my woman always tell me. That's something you probably have to have established before you start dating somebody. You should have those communications, though. But we got to start having the communication of first being in the conversation, because right now niggas ain't even in the conversation.
Well, yeah, especially in corporate America, man. Like a lot of that was done to make, you know what I'm saying, this part of the black man is going to start to make it more, especially like in the, you've seen that happen even in corporate America in the call centers. Different things happen, and then you see certain discouragement amongst the managers, you know what I'm saying? You see a couple of people get promoted. You've seen girls go from rags to riches. And you've seen lots of managers go from riches to rags, you know? These are like black dudes, you know what I'm saying? And then what they did is they put like a black woman in the position. They're like a switcheroo on them. I think it was like created in the sense to discredit a lot of the brothers out there, man. I was trying to call like, you ain't gonna give it. I give it to her, but I'm not giving it to you, even though, you know what I'm saying? I'd really given us a fair chance, or basically trying to shit on us and discredit us in the corporate America. So that's how that goes.
Man, corporate America is becoming.
I seen that firsthand. A lot of brothers going through it, you know.
Man, corporate America is becoming an undesirable place to be for the black man, anyway, because you're gonna have to conform. Some kind of way you're gonna have to conform. You're not gonna be able to be yourself when you go all the way in there. You're gonna be close to yourself, but you still gonna have to kind of, you know what I mean, depending on the capacity that you're in as well, and depending on who watching you as well. You know what I'm saying? You got different factors in it. But
hey, check this out. Imagine coming to a job, right? You chilling, you know what I'm saying? And I don't see this happen. And you come in and be like, hey man, you know what happened? You know, we supposed to hang out, yesterday. And then, they say don't hang out, whatever. Like, man, eat this, man. Go ahead and eat this. You know what I'm saying? Be like a dish, whatever. Go ahead and eat that, man. Might as well go ahead and eat that since you ain't show up. At this point, it's like, okay, what are you going to do? You see the person clearly doesn't want to eat it, but as a manager, you feel, whereas, you feel compelled to eat that. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know nothing about the dish, but he's going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? He put him in that place, you know what I'm saying? And he going, man, you ain't show up the other day. Okay, that's cool, man. Go ahead and eat that, like an unknown dish, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even though you see it in that person's face that they didn't want to eat the dish, you'd be like, hey man, you can have that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you,
bro,
you felt compelled to eat it, you know what I'm saying? Just because that person was his manager. That's a situation, you know what I'm saying, right there. I don't see it happen, only in corporate America, bro.
See, I know you, so I believe I know what you're talking about, because I actually experienced a young cat in corporate America tell me that it was easier for him to get along than actually be himself. So, in other words, instead of him being masculine in the office, he knew he had to be, act feminine, get along with the, gay management to get ahead. And this dude was like 26, 27. So I'm thinking to myself, when did it start being okay? But yeah, me and you, we've been joking about this, but this new metrosexual, I think is the term, where it's okay to wear a purse.
Yeah, I think what's the name that was the first line of that? You You had, remember, like, you know, I'm just gonna throw names out there. Fuck it. It is what it is.
Whatever.
Keith Bettis and you had Marquette and them boys, they was like the first line. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was the first, you know what I'm saying?
I thought he was going to say some celebrities. He said some old co-workers.
You know what I'm saying? You see them, you know, kind of just, you know what I'm saying, jumping, dealing with Ron. It was a whole different personality on the job. You see what I'm saying? You were just talking to me, you know what I'm saying, and you one particular person, but then shit after lunch, you know what I'm saying, you were Ron and you doing some other shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, you seen the first line of them, then after that, they became more feminine from there on, you know what I'm saying? They watching them boys, so crazy, like, or people like that, you know what I'm saying, that line of people, maybe they had those line of people like that, but what I seen, like, it changed from them boys to Metro, and then they just went there, and then they became homo, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I
They
think
just swinging, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good segue to the next question. So, do you think overall hip hop done got soft?
Yeah. I mean,
Speak on it.
as far as in the limelight, what we see right now, like in the mainstream, it's gotten soft. I mean, it's not the whole thing is not soft, but what we seeing right there in the mainstream, that's, you know what I'm saying, pretty much watered down.
Because my thing now,
branch all the way.
so I'm going to tell a story, man. I broke one of my homeboys' heart, Smiley. I broke Smiley heart, man. Smiley was a Rich Homie Quan fan. So I sent Smiley a video of Rich Homie Quan doing his little dance with his tights on at one of his shows. And from that day on, he was no longer a Rich Homie Quan fan. So with that being said, I personally always had a respect for Meek Mill. I just recently seen Meek Mill with a purse-like bag in one of his videos.
Oh, you talking about that little shit we talking about? You talking about that little, I call it a hamper purse, the little hamper purse and shit?
It looked like a Louis Vuitton. And I like Mill music, man. I like Mill music. But it looked like, I don't know, it looked kind of like, I guess the scraps are kind of big on it. It's kind of like, almost kind of like a book bag scrap, and it's got the big round scrap, but when it hang right there, it still look like a purse, man, and I can't compromise on that. I'm sorry, dog. Like, that's not good for the culture. Like, I don't think that's good for the culture. I don't think that's...
I'm glad you said that, because basically I got to talk to my old lady, make sure she don't get one of those for my birthday, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because she try to talk about she like that shit, and, you know, hey, for you can wear that, but I'm not going to, even if it's Gucci, I don't care if you paid $1,000 for it, I will not wear that shit. So I'm going to let her know ahead of time. Don't give me that shit. My birthday.
Real talk. Ladies.
One strap, whatever. She got to have two, you know what I'm saying, two straps, you know, so you can have it like a book bag, like an actual book bag, or like you say something more masculine, like, you know what I'm saying, where it's sitting on your back.
PSA.
One strap, you know what I'm saying, you can sit. Maybe they haven't came out with nothing like that.
No, it's
like Indians had something like that. They have Indian fashion like that, but I haven't seen nothing. You know
somebody need to make it there. Somebody black need to make it. If we don't have man book bags that's the dopest, somebody need to make it. We gotta stop waiting on people to make our stuff
for us. I seen some hot ass Gucci bags, but it's more like, you know, I brought one of them, like the ones that got two of them on there, but them niggas, even I ain't seen Dolph for one too.
What, a purse?
So, yeah, Dolph had one of them shits on it. Just recently.
And see, I listen to Dolph music too, man, but like, see, it's gonna have to be a thin line, cause guess what? The song that you rapping on, that you got the purse in the video, I might not like that song. I'm just saying it might be an association with the song and the video, the visual and the music. I mean, cause like
But you
this,
gotta realize these niggas don't look at it how we look at it, man. You know what I'm saying? They basically look at that shit, whatever's fashionable, they gonna wear it, and they don't have no sense of manhood. You know what I'm saying? Like we grew up wanting to be macho, tough. Like I remember, like as a kid, that song Macho Man was out. You know what I'm saying? That song, like as a kid, like they said I used to sing that song. So like as kids, we always wanted to be tough. We always wanted to, wrestling, G.I. Joe, all these things, He-Man and all that.
right? Speak on it. Speak on
We
it.
had all that coming all the way up, so that's all we know. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, I don't know what the fuck they are. Then a lot of people say we dropped the ball, but I don't think they follow what we was doing. Because I know we was, you know what I'm saying, trying to teach the youth around us how to go. And they was, even to the day, a lot of these niggas, like from my hood, they got style from me, like certain things they got from me. So I know I was teaching or showing, leading by example when I was like 20 years old and 20-some years old, all the way up, so
Yeah,
I know I did my part. Some people say you dropped the ball, but I don't believe these niggas I think they just do their own thing, man. I think they just look at what we do and it's like, nah, we're not going to do that. Some of them do that, especially down here.
even the process of, let's just say the process of them acquiring the music, because back in the day, I mean, we had tapes and CDs. Like you had to catch a bus to Kmart or something if you wanted to get that Bell Biv DeVoe, nigga. You could not just download that joint, because you got your mama to download it on her account. Like we had to go get the music. Like my first experiments were like I found a guy CD, dog. Like I mean a guy tape. Excuse me. It was a white guy tape, man. I liked back in the days, dog. I was so happy because I knew that tape was at least $15.99. You know what I'm saying? Like a cassette tape. You know what I'm saying? And it was in excellent condition.
I tell you something. We had little corner stores and bodegas we used to get our shit from. But yeah, man, it was like, I don't know. Maybe that was part of being I don't know. Man. I think the artists they look up to, because like the artists we was listening to, we wanted to be like them. So artists they choosing to be like is not like the ones we chose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, even though I see what Hassan would talk about, they had no men around them, but shit, it was men out there. With like even the dudes that didn't have fathers or whatever, there was a lot of figures around that they could gravitate to learn certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like my hood, it was me and my pop. So the niggas that didn't have fathers or whatever, they came and gravitated and learned certain shit from us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we passed culture down all the way from the 80s all the way up.
Yep. See,
I don't know what these niggas talking about.
I say that all the time too.
I understand what he's saying though. But in our hood, we had a bunch of masculine, people. Like we seen something going down, like we would straighten it out quick. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas like grew up. Like the ones underneath us, like they was tough, man. So I don't know. Like I think it's a demographic thing,
Real talk. Real talk.
And demographic thing, and then that shit. Even with the Atlanta music, a lot of it, a lot of it is good, and a lot of it is bullshit too. Just like in New York, in different areas, got a lot of good artists, a lot of bullshit. Like New York was at one time, we had 50% bullshit, 50% garbage. That's how Atlanta is now. Half of it's good, half of it's not.
Right.
Shit is just like it's just sickening, man. And nobody basically chastising these niggas. When we was coming up, man, you would get your ass whooped, man. You couldn't even walk certain parts. And the nigga knew you put out that kind of money, man. Niggas would whoop your ass. He won't pull out no money wise no more.
And I kind of like
who made that cool? You know what I'm saying? Like
I kind of
don't fly, man. All that's feminine behavior,
Right. Real talk. And I don't mean to cut you off, but like Mike Epps said something in a Breakfast Club interview. Well, he was saying that hey, I just lost my train of thought just that fast. But I did want to piggyback off of what Hassan had said. He said a lot of the problem is young men being raised mostly by women, Nobody even taught them how to be men because they wasn't any men around. And but oh yeah, but that piggyback off of what you were saying as well. But what I want to say is, it seemed like the the game we followed the game. We followed the OG's path. You know what I'm saying? They led us. If you want to say they led us in the path of getting money and not going to jail, they did that. And I feel like the young cats had that same example just through the community. But then again, a lot of our men been locked up, man. So it's like we living in a strange time, man. We living in a strange time
A
for
lot of
sure.
the men was locked up. A lot of the men is locked up, and at the same time, it's like, what men are you gonna follow that's out there? See what I'm saying? Like you chose to follow a different line of men. It was like, okay, a lot of them was born with lack of heart. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like something happened in the DNA when the news started coming out. You know what I'm saying? Being scared of the dark and all that type of shit. Like a lot of the, you know what I'm saying? It's just a genetic thing that happened along with that. Along with them growing up. 'Cause I know dudes who grew up had a lot of women in the house, but they wasn't no hoe ass niggas and nothing like that. So
Right,
they just
right,
had,
right.
you know, when they went outside the house, you know, they had hard heads around them, so they had to adapt to what was around them. Like now, you know what I'm saying, they don't grow up like that. They growing up in gentrified neighborhoods now. So it could be something happening like this, you know, one situation like that, and then across the street, you got, you know, wealthy white people over there. So we didn't grow up in that kind of environment. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's just like a zoo. You know what I'm saying? Like a different, like these kids is confused, man. Like they living in a confused society, man. They out here, that's why you gotta be conscious so that if you ain't conscious, you won't fall victim to none of that shit.
Yeah, we got to get back to teaching, man. We got to get back to the homeschool. Got to get back to really exposing these kids to something else besides that everyday thing that they get when they go into that schoolhouse, man. Like, and I feel like that's another thing where the culture fell off at, man, because you man, oh man, it's just again it go back to following the OGs and the rules to the game. Hey, let's talk about what's up with your boy Kanye, man.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a character. I think when he got honestly, I think when they got him that last time, they put something. They gave him some pills. The pills he taking is basically
He gone.
man on that side. So they got him some new age pills, man. Some pills that's gonna work. You know, they kind of what they did is they put him in the laboratory and they experimented with him. You know what I mean? Whatever personalities, those ill thoughts that's in his head, those the prescription is basically elevating those that part of his head. See what I'm saying? Where like the part that they're supposed to like fix and he's supposed to get him right, like that's the part that they inflated. If you get what I'm saying, like they basically gave him some shit that basically, you know, to take his true personality away, they gave him another personality, you know? And that's what he is. You know, they gave him like may have a chip in his brain. You may have fucked up, but it may be deeper than what you think, man. You might be having a chip in there, man.
Man, I'm like this with Kanye, man. Like, just pick a side, bro. I'm already like F Kanye. That's what's up. Pick a side, bro. Pick a side, man. Like, you can't be straddling the fence, man. When it comes to black folks, man, it's like, you know what I mean. We had this happen to where we have our celebrities. We put them on the pedestal. They drop great projects. We put them on the little pedestal, and then they wig out. And we want to get you some help, brother. If you need some help, you know, I could put you on some things. Reach out to me.
Right.
Give me a holler. We can talk. But other than that, I think that's getting old in the news, though. But if that brother needs some help, y'all get him some help. If y'all out there, y'all can get to him. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna listen to a track or something, and then I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Hasim on the line with us tonight as well. I appreciate my brother chiming in and being patient, and we're gonna get him on. We're gonna take a little break.
Hey, you sure I seen it related to the Murphys, man?
Who is the Murphys? Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, a little bit of Eddie Murphy in the man. Like the Murphy family. Funny, man.
Okay, baby, I'll put them up.
Gotcha.
Did Shayre put her phone out?
You can take. Okay.
Make sure she sit it on the counter.
Oh, it is about.
Good night,
Night.
baby.
All right, y'all. So we are still live.
Sorry, I'm parenting.
Quick parenting moment. So we're gonna listen to a song, and then we're gonna get another guest in. So we're gonna listen to something that ain't gonna get us in trouble.
Please.
Alright, so let's play something that ain't gonna get us in trouble. What I got down here? Alright. Come on, something. What's this? So if you're just not tuning in, you watching the TLuv Talks podcast. This is episode 7, man. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. They're having some good chop it up so far. All my singers, my musicians, my rappers, my poets, if you're watching, go ahead and leave your information inside of the comment section and put your YouTube, put your SoundCloud, put your information so people can go back and see your music later on if you don't want to come in and do something live with us tonight. I appreciate y'all coming through. And this is what we do. You watching the TLuv Talks podcast. We're going to have another guest in. We're talking it up. We're going to keep going in, y'all. We're going in. Yeah. All right.
Dirty South money. I'm thinking about that B-U-double-S-Y. You love to say I. No bitches that rather fuck another girl than a guy. And man, I could understand why. That pussy, I love it, I love it. Lick it, twist it, mistake it, touch it, suck it, and fuck it. Even though that pussy can wreck a nigga's health. If God made something better, Mr. 7 days a week, 7 days a week, way out to the bay. For some pussy, ended up in these cells. Dirty South money, dirty South money. I ain't go out of my way. For some pussy, but that dirty South money, dirty South money. One day I even pay for some pussy. Dirty South money, dirty South money. For some pussy, I go out of my way. For some pussy, but that thing that is so sick. For some pussy, Duval County, Duval County. Pay a couple $100 just so I can hit that.
Y'all ain't ready. What we is gonna do though, we gonna hear Salt and Pepper Bad before we get our guests back on. If y'all have not heard Salt and Pepper Bad, make sure you go to YouTube and check it out. That is an original track. Salt and Pepper Bad by yours truly, Mr. TLuv. So check that out. If you need my YouTube, the link to the YouTube is in the description. If you need my Instagram is Mr_Tony, Tony, love it, LUVIT. So you can check me out on there. I post like every few days. But check me out though, this Salt and Pepper Bad. So won't you push it for me, oh. Push it, baby. Say push it for me, yeah. Salt and Pepper Bad. She pushing real good. Yeah, she bought a bag. Shot from the hood. If I fact, she got that swag. Stomach real flat, ass real fat. Salt and pepper bad, she salt and pepper bad. She push it real good, yeah, she bout her bag. Shorty from the hood, in fact, she got that swag. Stomach real flat, ass real fat. Salt and pepper bad, she salt and pepper bad. Baby, say, won't you push it for me? If you have not, check this song out on YouTube. Check it out. Salt and Pepper Bag. Just type in Salt and Pepper Bag, and you will see my face in the Jeep. Click that shit. We actually being live on YouTube now. So YouTube, we document everything on Salt and pepper bad, she push it real good. Yeah, she bout her bag, shorty from the hood. In fact, she got that swag. Stomach real flat, ass real fat. Salt and pepper bad, she salt and pepper bad. She push it real good. Yeah, she got her bag, shorty from the hood. In fact, she got that swag. Stomach real flat, ass real fat. Salt and pepper bad. Yeah. Alright, y'all. So that was supposed to be the break. I was singing through the break. But we're gonna get my dog Hasim on the god. And we're gonna keep this TLuv Talks popping this evening. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all just not watching, please like the video, share the video, comment on the video. You ain't talked to me in a minute, you just want to say what's up, go ahead and hit me up with a what's up. Alright?
What are you fighting for?
Okay, so Hasim, you are good to go, my brother. Alright, so Hasim, come on in whenever. Alright, let me tap you up here, bro. Okay, add you to the feed. Alright, so you come on, jump on in there, Hasim, whenever you get ready. That's the real I push it. What's going on, my brother? From another mother. How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. I guess you heard the topic of the podcast tonight is State of the Culture, aka the Vulture. We talk about the goods and the bads. So
I mean, as far as the culture, as far as you mean hip hop or music or
yeah, we gonna segue. If it's black politics, or you want to deal with the music, we could deal with the entertainment. But I've been kind of segueing tonight. But
as far as the music, I'm like, I don't knock nobody's nothing. It would be nice if something new come out. Because nowadays everything sounds like the last person who dropped the album. Like you were saying, Designer got mad because somebody said he sounded like Future. And I'm like, nigga, you do sound like Future. How you gonna be mad at me? That's like you get mad because they say you black. Like,
that's what I said.
You do sound just like Future. Like, for real, I was 6 months before I figured out that wasn't Future singing Panther.
Right. Facts.
So it's like, that's just, to me, that's just petty and stupid. Like, not only is you a one-hit wonder, but you're a one-hit wonder that's fashioned after another one-hit wonder. Because, believe it or not, Future ain't that large outside of Atlanta.
I feel like I feel like Future had his run though, like worldwide with all his features and shit like that. But I feel like now he probably back to more of an Atlanta rapper now, but with money. So let's be clear.
Yeah, pretty. Mm-hmm. He got his bag. I ain't gonna say he didn't get no bag now.
Right.
I was listening to K Slay the other day. I spent a lot of time listening to K 45, which apparently that's the only place. It's like 3 stations on Sirius SM or whatever that I can find music on as far as my type of music. So I'll be like between 3 stations. I go Rock the Bell, I go Shade 45, and then I go Hip Hop Nation. On my 3 stations, I don't go nobody. It's like 43, 44, 45. You know what I mean? It's them 3 channels where I go out. And I was listening to K Slade the other night. I think it was last night. And he was talking about how you know, these rappers come out here, and now the average lifespan of a rap career is like 2 years. I mean, they come out here, they drop maybe 3 albums in about 2 years. You know, they get their little bag, and then they gone. You won't hear nothing else from them.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I think back to, you know, like the JVs, you know, God bless the Biggies. You know what I mean? You know, these rappers that will come out there and I'll put out these works. And you can go through this whole album and no two songs sound alike. You know what I mean? It's so diverse. It's so versatile.
Facts.
You know, then on top of that, they don't sound like no other rapper you can hear nowhere else. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you come out there, okay, everybody sound like Future, they sound like Migos, everybody.
So let me ask you this.
Got the same cadence, the same flow, the same beat maker, the same beats. There's no originality to it no more. So, you know, I choose not to listen to a lot of it.
Let me ask you this.
None of these
Let me ask you this. I'm going to cut you off. Let me ask you this. So would you say, because I asked bro earlier, did he think the music got soft? But I think a better question is, well, I asked him, did the music get soft? But were the rappers harder? Essentially, were the rappers harder? Because we came up under people like Nas, people like Eric B. and Rakim, people like Big Daddy Kane, people like Kool Moe Dee, people like, you know what I mean? I would even say LL. I would throw him in there. People like Ice Cube, like people like, you know what I'm saying? We like Snoop, like people like Juvie, like, I mean, like we like 8-Ball, MJG, like, come on, I can kind of keep going to how we came up. Pimp C,
yeah,
like,
I mean, you know,
Bun B, like.
Our rappers, or our OGs was different. You know, as far as, I guess, I don't know if it was the upbringing was different, because like you said, it was misogynistic, it was macho man. You know, and now we have these new school rappers in here that, like I was saying earlier, most of these kids, they've been raised by women. You know what I mean? No father in the picture. You know, no men in the picture. Maybe, you know, the gay Uncle Sammy or something is over there somewhere.
Right,
so
right.
the only men they knew, you know, due to this prison industrial complex that we got going on here, only men they knew was either gay or was stuckified too. So, you know what I mean? They really didn't have nobody to teach them how to be men, how to stand up, how to, you know, to you know, give that air of danger that we have with our men. Because, you know, back, you know, we was coming up, you know, our rappers was considered pretty much dangerous. You know, they were scary.
Right. Right.
You know, they have watered us down so much to a point where, you know, you can't be no scary looking black man to survive out here.
Wu-Tang. Pause. Wu-Tang. Like, just hearing that, like.
You could see them anywhere. Like, I literally actually met Method Man one day and didn't know I was talking to him. And I sat there talking to him for like an hour. Sold him a damn car.
Dope.
And didn't know it was him because he was so normal and so regular, but at the same time, you could tell there was something different about him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Figured it out later on. Like, damn, that was Method Man the whole time I was talking to him.
Wow.
So, like, I mean, it's like the rappers we have today, they're not, I mean, I think it's like it's almost like a minstrel show.
Wow.
You know, they put who they want out there. They dress them the way they want to. Sometimes it be in a dress. I see that one, I actually didn't even watch the video. I scrolled past it. Because it was like a dude in a wedding dress with a machine gun in his mouth or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
You can talk about it.
That went viral. Yeah, I seen that, man. That was some dude. I don't know if I think he was overseas somewhere, like Australia or something. He was somewhere, but dude put on a wedding dress and went viral.
Yeah, I'm like, is this dude serious?
He was dead serious. He was dead serious. And
With, what's your boy name? Because I don't listen to him no more neither. Since he put a dress on, I'm just like, I'm not with it. I'm not for it. You know, shout out to the LGBT community, whatever, LGTB, whatever, all the other letters y'all keep adding on every year. I mean, if that's your thing, then do your thing. I can't knock nobody what they do. But me personally, I ain't with it. I don't want to see it all the time. I'm a little tired of it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's being shoved down my throat.
right, right.
And at the same time, we see it in our kids and the way they dress and the way they act. And this whole thing, there shouldn't be no word metrosexual. That don't make no sense. Come on.
Man, it's a little saddening. I would say it's more saddening of a situation because when you on the outside looking in, it's like, you create all of these these what you think is this person is all about. And I think that's bad for the culture, man, because we don't have a foundation of solidarity amongst our people, man. It's like this person doing this person doing that. Which not saying is, I mean, I know we are people we're multifaceted people, but at the end of the day, when we're talking about unifying and we're talking about our education and we're talking about the music that we listen to, having the right balance, I mean, that has to be there, man. And I made that point earlier about we don't even own BET no more. So, I mean,
We gave that up a long time
Viacom,
ago.
Viacom on BET. So, and then you got VH1. Um, I mean, need I say more?
Astro Show.
Need I say more? And I mean, the
Got
represent.
the world thinking that all of us run around and, throw wine at each other and climb across people like spider monkeys.
That's
We're
why.
not all on that. And, it's I know y'all said something else about corporate America, and I made a comment about, it's the same as every other relationship we've had with America. First thing they do is they want to bend you over or break you. It's sort of like, going to somebody's jail. The first thing they do is flip you naked and make you bend over.
Facts.
Which is a straight up violation. You know what I mean? But it's also a show of authority, or a show of, I'm the leader.
Dominance.
You do what I do.
Right.
Yeah, dominance. They dominate.
I like.
And, as far as the women, the women catch it too. I can't take
Absolutely.
nothing from this. They out here making their money or whatever, and they do tend to make more than us to do the same thing, if not less. And that's by design.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely by design. They're gonna do that to be sure that we don't ever claim our place at the head of the family,
Facts.
or where we should be. I see my brother just trying to.
Facts. Facts. Hey, and for everybody that's chiming in, you watching the TLuv Talks podcast. This is episode 7. Got my brother Hasim joining us tonight. Just dealing with some different topics in the culture, culture, vulture. So we just kind of going through a few things. You know what I mean? I wanted to ask my brother a few more questions. Let's see what else we got here. Another question. We got this constant issue with the police officers around the country profiling black young men at a high rate. Ever since Trump got in office, I mean, I think everybody can agree we've had, numerous shootings, and even with the body cam situation, they've been the body cam situation. They've been like, you have to subpoena the body cam. That's why you had that one particular officer in Florida that had killed that boy down there. They actually prosecuted. They actually prosecuted him for second-degree murder and hit him with a bunch of other. I don't know what he got sentenced. Y'all can tell me if y'all know what he got sentenced. my question is how long do these police officers need to train, man? Like, you think that's the biggest issue right now, man? Like, we've been in this system for so long, and they've been doing the same kind of training. Like, do you think it's a training thing? Because I just want to pose that question.
No, I don't think it's a training thing. I think that they are inherently, like you said, they're profiling. They come into the job with the intention to profile and lock up or shoot as many black people as they can. I just can't believe that, you can mistake a cell phone for a gun. Or you can mistake an unarmed man on his knees with his hands behind his head as hostile. You shot that man, it's because you meant to shoot. You wanted to. And I do know some police officers actually related to one ex-police officer down there in your area. And dude was gung-ho as hell. Like, it's like, dude, calm down. You know what I mean? Like, yo.
And that was a black officer, right?
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think a lot of them are doing that particular job for the right reasons. They're not going into it because they actually want to give something back to the community, because if they did, they would do it in their own community. But they do it in a community that they don't live in, so they can go through there and they can terrorize and they can, puff their chest out, and they can make up for all the years in high school where somebody that pants them or they done got whirlied or whatever. You know what I mean? They got their ass whooped in high school, now they're going to go up and be a cop and try to get back.
Right.
I noticed you said that since Trump's been in office, that this has been a big thing, but that's not true. That shit has always been happening. That's nothing new. I was 9 years old and the cops snatched me up.
Facts.
It took me way off in the mountains and I stole my own bike.
Facts. It's an old problem. It's an old problem that's that's a current existing continuous problem that we're dealing with. And you got the frisk and search, and I think they got that in Detroit now. Or is it Chicago?
They got that stop and frisk in New York. I think it's in New York, New Jersey, it's in Chicago, it's in Detroit, it's in Los Angeles, it's all over the place. But they've always done that too.
Right. They've always done that. And I think that's just another way to keep the fear so that people can't live their lives in a peaceful way without having all of that fear. Because 9 times out of 10, most black folks ain't riding around with no kilos and no pounds. You might have you a J or two in your car, but you ain't trying to hurt nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Most of them not.
Right, but we stereotype as these people. They demonize us, even though we are the moral standard on the planet. I mean, everywhere you go, we in every service industry. You in the hospital, you see us. You in a nursing home, you see us. You in the school system, you see us. You out in the Uber, you see us. You out at the hotel, you see us. We are everywhere that is service. And if we wasn't there, you wouldn't be getting the service.
Us and Mexicans.
Man, and they don't have a problem with the outside. They finally found somebody that don't have a problem with the outside. Oh, you good. And I ain't trying to be funny, but Mexicans don't have a problem with the outside.
My bad.
Yeah, no problem. I ain't trying to be funny, but they found somebody that's comfortable with the outside as just as much as the black person was comfortable, and they ran with it. And now they trying to incorporate all these laws to keep them from coming over here, because now you done got so many millions over here you done let over here now, and now they starting to take over certain industries to where your kids are not eating, and then it's already taking food out of black families' mouth and other so-called what you want to call them immigrants or whatnot. But that's neither here nor there, man. I mean, we can have a discussion. I feel like we've been here. I mean, a lot of us came over here, but some of us was already over here. Either way, they came in, they snatched the land from the red man and the brown man that was already here. And now we in a situation where we playing catch up, and it really ain't no catch up unless we, start coming together, educating our kids, um, teaching them how to create business. I'm just trying to get some solutions because we've been talking about all the issues, but start educating the kids, start educating them beyond the school system, start giving them. Um, giving them the mindset, or telling them that they can be more than what the system is just telling them. They got to just go get a job and get a degree, because ultimately the competition is so crucial right now out there. Like, I mean, is crucial. So you kind of setting them up for failure if you're not teaching them how to be creative, and teaching them how to be business owners, and teaching them how to be bosses, and teaching them how to buy black. You're doing them a discredit. So you know what I'm saying. I mean, I think that's one thing too. We're gonna have to talk about. We're gonna have to have an episode, because I know we don't like each other, but we got to talk about how to buy black sometime when we can, and we can sometimes. We can.
You can a lot of times, if we choose not to.
Speak on it. I'm just saying, dog.
I mean, we can most of the time, and we choose not to. And it really it's funny, because it don't even really be no inconvenience. You know, it could be two stores sitting right next to each other, but because of the same stereotyping and profiling that we talk about is done to us, we do it to each other constantly.
Facts.
We're dealing with like say me and you two black men, we doing business together. Well, I'm watching you extra hard to make sure you don't short me one nickel, and you watching me the same way. You know what I mean?
Facts.
If I tell you it's $10, you better not try to give me $9.99.
Right, you gonna be all in my chest.
Yeah, right. I'm upset. You'd be 1 penny short. When at the same time, we can go to Mr. Tran, or we can go to Raul, or we can go to Habib, and they could be a little short. And it's all good. You know what? Don't even worry about it, Mr. Tran. I know you got me next time. But don't even worry about it, Raul. I know you got me next time. Or Habib, I know you got me next time. Don't worry about it. Let it be one of us, though. Oh, nigga, I'm about to shoot you over my pennies. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I want my bread now.
Right, real talk.
It's a shame that we treat each other that way. Just like people talk about how family treats worse than anybody else. Unless from our side of that book. You know what I mean? I don't know, what other races families are like, but I know on the black side of it, generally families are more about, you turn 18, you got to do one of three things. You got to get out there and get in them streets and hustle. You got to get you a job, and you got to help pay these bills around.
Facts.
Them three things got to happen. I look at other friends of mine, and they turn 18, and it's you go to college. That's one of the things that's got to happen. You got to go to school somewhere. But while you're in school, when you get out of school, until you get yourself together, you got free reign of the house.
Right.
You're you can move from your room to the basement, and you got the whole basement to yourself.
Right.
It's just a little. Right. We shoot our stunts. We take our children quickly.
Right, real talk.
As soon as they turn 18, as fathers, we tired of paying child support, so we can.
Facts.
As mothers, you tired of taking care of them. You ready for them to get out. And then we got to learn how to stick together as far as love lives. As far as being couples.
Speak on it.
Leading the pack in is single parenthood. Whether it's a single male parent or a single female parent, for some reason we can't seem to mesh together. So that's something that we all need to work on.
And see, I talked about that too, with the dynamic of the pay not being equal with the black man and the black woman. That could have something to do with it. We also know Planned Parenthood, which is in full effect today. If you don't know what Planned Parenthood is, Planned Parenthood was basically put the immunity for population control. And we right now, and it have different aspects. In general, clear it this country African American, so let's be clear. But you had certain situations where they would get certain benefits, you know, for the child or whatever. If there was other, system and shit on that. If things in that house,
No.
so
But he can't
this
listen.
was back in
Real
these.
hard. It's real hard, and the thing that had me not be put him. You know, like I went through it. Like, you know, I was down there in Atlanta by myself with 4 kids.
Real talk.
And, you know, school wasn't made hours.
Doing some
I
Superman.
got to the point, man, I had to reach out for some help, and they were looking at me like I was crazy. Like, well, you can't take care of you. I'm doing it. It's not even $700 a month. But pay like $1,000 a week. I mean, $1,000 a week before. I thought about feeding none of these. From the ages of like 5.